The mean is one of the most common measures of center that we'll use in this class, and therefore we give it special notation. We know that there's a difference between a population and a sample, but when we do calculations on those data sets, how can we distinguish between the statistic and the parameter? We use different notation. That's exactly how we're going to do it. Sample mean is going to have a notation that has x with an overbar right above it. So a lowercase letter like x with a bar going along the top of it, that denotes a sample mean. If we were to call our data set y, instead of using x bar to represent the statistic, we would use y bar. So the letter can change, but it will always be a lowercase letter with an overbar above it. If we were talking about a population rather than a sample, then when we calculate the mean, that's a parameter, not a statistic. So to denote that, we'll use Greek letters. We will reserve mu. This is the Greek letter mu. It almost looks like an M, but it has a very long left tail, and it's spelled M-U, mu. So that's the Greek letter mu, and it will always represent the population mean, the parameter. To calculate the mean of a data set, we'll start by finding the sum of all the values in the data set. Now, if your data set has values that repeat, like the data set we have on the screen, we can simplify our calculation by using the frequency of each data value. 1 appears 3 times, so we can simply do 3 times 1. 2 appears twice, 2 times 2. 3 is by itself, so we only have 1 3. But we do have 5 4s, so we can calculate that group of numbers by multiplying 5 times 4. Another great thing about doing this is we can see the frequencies. 3, 2, 1, 5. We can add those together to find the total number of data values. We have 11 data values. That's the 2 bits of information we need, the sum of all the data values and the total number of values. With that, we can calculate the mean. We put the sum of all the data values in the numerator, the total number of data values in the denominator. That gives us the calculation for the mean. For this data set, the mean is approximately 2.7.